YouTube, what's up? So I'm at the tennis courts and I'm just having like a moment to myself. I woke up I took a melatonin to start off. I took another melatonin because like I'm gonna go back to sleep, the moment I go home. But it's heat advisory day. So if you type on like Google, like you just type weather, when it's really hot, they give you a heat advisory. And today, tomorrow, all the days following, it's gonna be super hot, So it's one of those things that make life suck, honestly. But other than that, man, I what do I want to talk about, honestly? Because I feel slowed down. It's just so nice out here. There's recess going on. Kids are playing. That's good energy, man. But fuck that shit. What I mean by saying good energy is that as an adult, man, I'm constantly looking at the world through like religious and spiritual fucking goggles. And so for me, man, I just want to be a normal, happy kid. Free from drama, like these kids, you hear them right now. And as a kid, whenever drama came, it was like, it wasn't this crazy fucked up thing, It wasn't. It was more simple, So, becoming an adult is such a curse in a way. But as a kid, you get taken care of, But that's what I miss, That's what I miss. But it again, I feel like my life is just it's my videos. I might as well just fucking. The goal of my videos is just I'm trying to get well. I'm trying to just figure it out. And I didn't have it. I had it terrible. The moment I became a teenager, I had it absolutely terrible. But I could hear birds. But I think I'll cut this video short because I think the melatonin's actually getting to me. I have nothing to talk about other than I'm just personally reflecting on things. But that's what's been on my mind, It's just being an adult, man. It's stupidly complex. Because you're forced to just there's too much to work with, There's too much you have to like worry about. It's the worry, It's when you're a kid, you're like that. You're just completely enjoying your life. As an adult, you feel like you're constantly being threatened, Like as a kid, the people around you are innocent. They have pure hearts. As an adult, the people around you are fake and evil. As in, they could do really awful things to you. But other than that, if I were to become an adult, man, I'm just at this like split. because again, like I live with my parents. You know, I'm typical. I'm starting to become a basement dweller. Um, it's so nice out here. The weather is so nice. Being in the shade is so nice, by the way. But you know, I would love to just have some peace. You know, peace in this life, just peace in this life, peace in this world, peace, health, and abundance, you know? Those three things: peace, health, and abundance. Peace to just get away from like all the bullshit, honestly. You know, the things I go through is just bullshit. You know? It's just okay, this is bullshit. Second, you know, abundance, you know, it's just okay. And I mean abundance as in I mean that like as in, you know, not me acquiring, yeah, part of that is acquiring wealth, but another part of that is spending money cheaply. Abundance as in getting away, or not rid of, I almost said rid of, but getting away from, you know, expensive ass like places to live in, you know, because like you know, I look at things in terms of like, okay, how much rent is this? And rent is just going up and up, man. Where I live, it's 1,000 like something, you know, but you know, it's a lot of it's like more than 2,000, but like it's past 1,500 and a month. But you know, in this economy, understandable. But yeah, you know, I'd rather pay like a 500 a month maybe. I know that sounds freaking crazy, but like I would pay 500 a month to be alone. But you know, and again, you know, third is health. So I wouldn't mind having roommates as long as they're cool people. You know, I could do the roommate thing because like imagine, like you save your roommate's life. You know, they could save your life. They could be like family you never had, and they're all contributing because you're all paying rent together. So yeah, you know, but you know, I wasn't taught to be independent. I had to figure it all out on my own, all of it, becoming an adult, all of it, absolutely all of it. I had to do it all on my own. My mom had her own priorities, totally obviously, and my dad was just constantly working. So my mom was selfish, you know, my dad was constantly providing for her, you know, and it is not a good dynamic. Not a good dynamic. No way. You do not want to like have parents that are mine at all. That should be the next video. You don't want to have parents that are mine. You do not want to have my parents. And again, you know, people online, yeah, they've shared their stories of like what they've gone through. Absolutely. You know, what their parents were like. And, you know, if you were to look at all the people, you know, on the news, all the people in jail, do you think they had good parents? All these people, all these damaged people. It all starts from home. Let's be real. It all starts from home. And I've had several friends, and I know this, you know, their parents were, or, you know, I don't want to say the N-word, because, like, you know, you can't, what is normal anymore? But, the parents didn't use each other, it's like, parents have roles, right? Like, okay, I'm gonna be a mom, all right, I'll get to be a provider, we'll work together. But my parents had this one-sided thing, and it was just, my dad idolized my mom, and kind of treated her like a god, made her out like a god. This whole yes honey kind of thing. I guess he was just like thrown away, just like, this woman gave me my kids, but yeah, my dad was just totally blind. But it took a kid like me to see, hey, there's something wrong here, like, I still remember like how like I started just like waking up, like look at these kids just playing, that was me, that was all of us, I remember times, I go to Chuck E. Cheese, I had both cousins in each side of my family. So yeah, I could mention their names. They're all grown up now, all away. Probably forgot I exist. So I had like Travis and Kayla from like my dad's side, Vietnamese, and I had Lambert and Mariah in my mom's side. And so like, yeah, single mom, Auntie Cell from my mom's side, she was overweight. She was so innocent though, very, very innocent sister of my mom, like, her husband couldn't go because like passport immigration problems, but he had like a home like in the Philippines that we stayed at, I don't know his like real, like, Uncle Bert. So yeah, but like the daughter turned out really well. Daughter's a doctor. My cousin Mariah is a doctor. But the boy, Lambert, he's like Chris Griffin. Not doing anything, absolutely nothing, and I got word of that. But yeah, very, very good lady, very good mom, she just needed a dad, for Lambert, he didn't have his dad around, so of course it's just that. And I don't know how they're doing. I haven't talked to them in years, last interaction was in high school, but I'm running out of time right now. I got 2 minutes. So Travis I was very close to. We went to the same high school together. Me and Travis, we're the same age. Me and Travis. And he kind of saw my downfall, when I was in high school. All the horrible shit that happened. But tons and tons of horrible shit. Tons of horrible shit. So many awful things happened during high school, and it could have been helped. Like, it could have been like, fixed if like I got homeschooled, and I kept asking, hey, let me get homeschooled, and they didn't allow it, But it is what it is, it's time rape. But I now that I'm thinking back at high school, I appreciate it, I appreciate it. It was an okay experience, but it didn't have to happen. Because like, the world kind of was changing at the time I was in high school, totally online stuff. We were using Chromebooks at that time. But yeah, my cousin on my dad's side, he's a doctor too. He's a doctor. He has a sister. I don't know what she does, but I'm pretty sure she's successful too. I know she is. She turned out very, very nice. Very nice. So yeah, I'll upload this, and next video is gonna be, you do not want to have my parents. You do not want to have my parents. But I love my dad so much. My mom is not good. She is not good. See you guys later.